Hi, it's Stephen from Eating Healthfoods. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about the difference between good quality supplements and bad quality supplements. In the past I've mentioned isolated vitamins and minerals and synthetic supplements, and I had a lot of questions and a lot of people asking, even naturopaths, saying, what do you mean by that, and what are you trying to say? And so I thought I'd just break it down and really examine it, and you have to ask or answer the question for yourself and say, am I right or am I wrong, or is this natural or is this not natural? And so the place I'd like to start is actually with doctors. Now, a lot of people believe in doctors, and that's fair enough, but a lot of people understand that doctors just deal drugs, really, or give you drugs. And drugs, you know, doctors used to use herbs, but then they realized there's not a lot of money in that and anyone can use herbs. So they started to get the isolated active ingredient out of a herb that they knew that worked, and then they'd make a synthesized synthetic version of that, and they put a patent on it, or copyright. And so you can't patent herbs because herbs just grow everywhere, and so they want to patent it because they want to make money. But the problem is it's not the same thing, because herbs were created by God in nature and they're very powerful and good for you. But doctors and, you know, the government or the media and different outlets or experts make us believe that herbs are very weak and not very powerful at all, or don't work. You know, anything natural. Like one guy said to me, he said, natural supplements, oh, that means it doesn't work. I was blown away by that, but that's kind of the mindset. He was smoking cigarettes, by the way, at the time. So I guess they work, or he thinks they work. So yeah, so basically drugs are just synthetic, isolated, extracted components out of a herb, and people take them, and usually, you know, I'm not saying drugs don't work. Drugs work, but they usually end up with side effects. And same with steroids, and there's new steroids coming out like SARMs and MK Ultra, not MK Ultra, but you know what I'm talking about, just different names for androgen receptors and things like that. And a lot of people are saying, oh, these are very natural, or these are very healthy, or these are very good for you. But then people are taking them longer term and ending up with heart palpitations and suppressed testosterone and different. There's always side effects. So when you consume white extracted chemicals synthesized in the laboratory, you'll always end up with health problems. And people that lived to 100, 120 in all these long-lived cultures around the planet, they don't use a lot of drugs. And people haven't used drugs up until recently. And so if you want to live to a ripe old age, don't take drugs. My mum always said that, don't take drugs. And ironically now, she takes drugs, which is weird. But she says, oh, look how that turned out. I always said that, and now I'm doing it. But when it comes into the healthy, organic, health food store, naturopathic, health food realm, the same pharmaceutical cartel have realized that people are sick and tired of taking drugs and all the bad reactions and side effects they have with drugs. So, you know, because when you have a bad reaction or side effect, you go to the doctor and he'll give you another drug to counter the adverse reactions you got from the first drug. And it's very easy for people to go on or get on 8 to 10 drugs, and for doctors to have a successful practice. And yeah, it's downhill from there. You know, you're just gonna, like, if you want to get well from that, you know, you've got to have to detox all those harmful effects and drug residues that are left in your body, and sometimes you just never get them out. You know, they're so synthetic and so toxic. And so a lot of people will go, you know, the big pharma knew that, and so they said, we'll do big pharma but health food products, because people are getting away from drugs. They're going, I'm going to go to the health food store and get some health food products. But when you go in the health food store, you've got all these isolated vitamins and minerals, and a lot of people don't understand what I mean by that. And so what I mean by that is, if it's not found in nature, then it's not natural. And so you want to use things that are natural. And so, you know, I'm talking about B vitamins or amino acids or vitamin C. You know, people use ascorbic acid, or anything like that. And I'll just use that example of ascorbic acid because I've got wild C with me here today, and I'm just using this as a, I could have brought anything, our superfood formula or one of our other supplements, that just have herbs in them. But this is something that people might understand. A lot of people think that using isolated vitamin C like ascorbic acid is natural or healthy or good for you, but it's not. And long-term, I'm not saying it doesn't work, but long-term use of that is going to cause health problems. It's going to cause blockages in your body. It's extremely acidic, and so you're taking large quantities of an extremely acidic thing. It's not that good for you. And so, recently I had someone ring me and they had kidney problems, kidney cancer actually, and prostate cancer. And they were doing a whole lot of natural programs. They were actually taking our wild C, but they were talking to some other naturopaths. And the other naturopaths told them to do intravenous isolated vitamin C. And I told them not to do it. I said that'd be the worst thing to take isolated vitamin C intravenous if you've got kidney problems or kidney cancer. And it was, they ended up, because it's very acidic, causes blockages, very irritating, and that's exactly what happened. They ended up having this burning feeling and went downhill very quick, very quickly. And so that's a really bad thing to do. It's not healthy long term, and there's a whole lot of other examples I give of people that have used isolated vitamins and minerals and amino acids and those sort of things long term. And in fact, the sickest people I've ever seen are those that will use those isolated vitamins and minerals, a lot of them, for a long period of time. And the reason is they're not food. Just like drugs are not food, and if you take drugs for a long time, you'll end up with health problems and or die. Same with isolated vitamins and minerals. They're not natural, they're not food. A lot of them are synthetically made. They use petrochemical, acid hydrolysis, harsh chemical extraction processes to get these. Even though, someone sent me a picture of one of the advertisement material that had a plant in soil. And they said, I see this amino acid product is very natural, because it had that picture there. And I thought it's not natural to take isolated amino acids. But somewhere along the line, even naturopaths or what we would think are forward-thinking people believe the lie that more is better. And so if I can have 1,000 or 1,500 milligrams of isolated vitamin C, it's far better than having, natural vitamin C as found in food. And this is just not the case, because, in this case in vitamin C, what you need is all the other cofactors to